5 limiting beliefs that are affecting your art career. The first one is, I'm not enough. Because we always feel like I can do better. It puts us in this constant state of I'm not enough, but it's not true. And what's the problem with that? Because you don't feel enough, then you don't go take risks to start your art business, or you don't try to sell your art with the price that it deserves. And also it might even prevent you from trying different things in life. Every famous artist has been there once, at least. We know that. They felt like they were not enough, they can always do better, but that never stopped them to improve and sell their artwork as they go. They never felt like they shouldn't sell their very first artworks. So if you look at, for example, Pablo Picasso's life, when he was 92, he died, and he was very prolific. From the beginning of his art career, which is 11, till he was 92, he created so many paintings and drawings, and he always tried to sell them. That never stopped him. Technically speaking, you will always have your better version of yourself in every future drawing. But if this thought is preventing you from selling your art today, then that's a problem. The number 2 limiting belief is, I'm a perfectionist. Sometimes we talk about this as a positive thing. Even in the job interviews, we say like, oh, what's your weakness? Like, I'm a perfectionist. But honestly, if it's in the right dose, of course, it can be good for you. But usually we don't keep it in the right dose, and it becomes like self-sabotaging. How is that? Because we are afraid of failure, we are afraid of criticism, we are afraid of not doing everything from A to Z, and that stops us from even trying to do A. It is okay to be afraid, and it is okay to wait till you feel ready. But if it is taking really long time and you feel like at the end of the day you're not doing what you're supposed to do, then maybe perfectionism is doing more harm than good for you. Number 3, being visible is risky. This might come from the high school years, when we were visible, like maybe we got bullied, or when we were in front of a crowd and doing a presentation, we misspoke, people laughed at us. Those kind of memories we all have. Some of us are fine with it now, but some of us let it get under our skin, and the result is in our adult life we feel like less brave or less self-confident. But this can change. Getting more visible is good for you, good for your art, and of course the more visible you are, the more criticism you will get. But hey, at the end of the day, the worst case scenario, a few people will say bad things about your art. So what? There are other millions of people who will say good things about your art, and those are the people that we should be caring about, not the others. So which one is more risky? Not selling your art, starving, or go invisible and people start criticizing, but I sell my art and I make my name known? The 4th limiting belief that is affecting your art career is money is bad. Well, some of us was raised this way. I don't know you, but I was raised in a white collar community, and what we are eating, what we are drinking was always, like average, nothing fancy. But at the same time, I was raised with a scarcity mindset. For example, when there was a hole in my sock, my mom would sew it and then I could continue wearing that sock. It was not because we didn't have the money to buy a pair of socks. We did, but that scarcity mindset kept us in that loop. For example, I remember when we were eating yogurt and we finished the yogurt, the plastic cup, we were just planting seeds there and, growing flowers in that pot, using that as a pot. It's just, that scarcity mindset is with you because it's coming from generations and generations. So you are thinking that a lot of money is actually not good. A lot of money can bring you more trouble than happiness. Or being richer than your parents or your friends is a bad thing, because then you won't be accepted as much, or you won't be seen as someone serious, or you're not going to be seen as normal. Then we automatically shut down and say that, okay, I don't need a lot of money. Or we feel that, selling my art is a difficult thing for me because when people pay money, I feel like I'm robbing them. I'm like, no, you are giving them something they really value, you're doing a business. This is how it goes. Like how people, when you don't think about this when you buy something from a market or when you call a maintenance guy, when you're paying for those services, you don't even think twice. When it comes to us, when we are selling our art, sometimes we are thinking that, maybe I don't deserve this money, which is really bad. The value you're giving to your money and your belongings and your fortune is actually reflecting your self-worth. And finally, the fifth limiting belief is what other people think matters. No, it does not matter, and it takes a while to learn this in a hard way. Why what other people think doesn't matter is just because they have never been you. They have never taken the steps that you took. They don't know where you were born, what kind of childhood you had, what kind of difficulties you experienced. So it is very difficult to judge someone just by looking at their art or what they say on social media. Even what your parents think, for that matter, it doesn't matter because they've lived in a different generation, they lived with different expectations, and we don't know, maybe they were under influence of their parents too. So this curse is just like, going from generations to generations. What I'm trying to say, of course, get feedback, of course, listen to your customers, what they want, but really, at the end of the day, make your own decisions. Go with your gut. Listen to your own feelings. Be in touch with your feelings and your mind. Don't let anyone get under your skin, even your closest ones. I had talked about limiting beliefs before in detail. If you haven't watched that video, I'm putting it right here for you. I think you will find my examples very interesting.